I mean, the real hero of Gremlins is the mom, who defends their whole house because her husband sucks. Like, this movie is just, like, I haven't even gotten to the violent parts yet. But this, like, sweet woman who just builds up the ego of her husband, who is an inventor of trash. Like, when he leaves town to go try to sell stuff that's trash that he can't sell, I honestly can't figure out how this family pays the bills. Who is paying for their mortgage? Is she a trust fund baby? What is happening? Maybe they're all living off of Billy, who works at the bank and has kids for friends. I still don't understand Billy's friendship with one of the Coreys. Why are y'all friends? Billy must be like 20-something. And this kid dresses up like a Christmas tree and has to walk around like a Christmas tree because his dad sucks so much. Anyway, I'm not done with this movie. It is just, I have so many questions. So after Billy almost unalives Gizmo 3 times, and then his friend from the Goonies spills water on him and makes 5 new Gizmos, his dad's brilliant solution is to make more of them so that every kid in America can have this thing that can't drink or be wet and can't really eat and very specific hours, and also cannot ever see daylight. Every kid should try to take care of one of them. Your like 20-something-year-old looking son has almost unalived this thing 3 times the first night, has already made 5 more. Like, why would a child need one of these? These men can't even take care of them. The mom is going to be the one having to clean up this whole mess, in addition to Billy and Billy's girlfriend, who, holy crap, what a story she's got. Anyway, so this guy's like, yeah, let's turn a profit. Let's make more. I mean, they can't even take care of this dog because the lady from the bank has strung it up and literally threatens to unalive it all the time by putting it in her dryer on high heat. So again, the mom is taking care of this dog and suggests that they take him out of town to get him away from this wicked lady at the bank who just wants to kill this dog so bad. And what does dad do? He's like, look, I got another invention. Look at all this crap on the table. Stop inventing things. None of them work. I mean, she can't even make coffee, y'all, because he's got this stupid invention that doesn't make coffee. It's like liquid sand that comes out of it. God, he makes her life so unnecessarily hard. I mean, this is also on the counter. What is this? Dad, what are you doing? How are you paying your mortgage? Okay, so meanwhile, Billy, let's get to the girlfriend. Billy has a crush on the girl who works at the bank with him, who is also working at this bar for free to help a friend. Like, she works every night except like Thursday night. So she works doubles every day, and one of those jobs, she's not even getting paid. This woman has some serious boundary issues. Maybe some codependency too. Her refusal to take care of herself and rest has me concerned for her. And, you know, the racist guy who hates foreigners, very specific foreigners, by the way, but foreigners. He comes to the bar and he drinks all the time and she just listens to him. And he's like, can I get another beer? And just like any woman who's ever dated or married or been the daughter of or friends of an alcoholic man, you end up learning how to parent really early on. And she's like, well, I don't know, maybe it's getting late. And then he's offering weird stuff as she's trying to gently get him out the door. I mean, the girl just wants to go home. She won't just kick this guy out. She's being very gentle with him. And he's like, you want me to check out? I don't know if he's being schmegulous here or not. It's weird. And then he starts talking about gremlins. You know, he's the only person in town who seems to know what a gremlin is. But the way he talks about gremlins seems very coded in racism. They keep shipping them over here and putting them in our parts, our electronics, our TV. Like, clearly this man is talking about Japan. But there's like racism sprinkled all throughout this movie. Anyway, she's like, she interrupts his little racist rant. She's like, I don't think you should drive home. Like, Billy, why didn't you stop this man from driving? This woman has to look out for everybody. He's like, maybe you should walk. And then, so Billy walks her home after all this. And he's like, I really love the way you handled Mr. Futterman. That was really good, you know? Now, I understand. I actually like Billy. It's not his fault that his dad sucks. I think he's probably learned a lot of great things from his mother. Although him and his mom need to stop tiptoeing around the fragile ego of daddy. Anyway, he seems like a sweet kid. I'm sorry, he's not a kid. I don't know how old this person is, but I keep calling him a kid. His friend is a kid, but he must be, I don't know. How old is this guy? He looks like he's 22. Anyway, he likes that she is kind and patient and caring, but I think she's codependent. She's like, well, I'm used to it. This is what I do all the time. She also works at a bar, which means she deals with alcoholics all the time. And she's not getting paid to work at this bar. So this screams to me like codependency. Like, girl, maybe you need to go to a group. Because she starts to justify this guy who sucks. It's like, well, you know, he's been like that ever since he lost his job. Poor guy. You know, like a lot of people around here. He just wants someone to listen. How much you want to bet she would listen to a woman go on and on like that? I mean, maybe she would. But, okay, teachable moment. Do not listen to drunk people, especially men. Don't just listen to drunk men talk because they are lonely and they need to talk. As somebody who spent way too much time listening to a drunk man say the same thing every night, the sad story, and cry on cue, you're not helping. You're not helping. Don't listen to them. It is a waste of your time. You feel invisible. You can't get that time back. And you are literally not helping them at all because they don't remember anything. Stop talking to drunk men. Stop talking to drunk people. It literally does not serve any purpose whatsoever other than for you to hate yourself. So I'm worried about her. So then she starts talking about Christmas and how this is a hard time for people. And that's when people get depressed. And poor Billy. Billy lives in like a bubble or something. Despite him, he himself having a dad that's never around, that he has to almost parent and be like, wow, that was so great, Dad. The way a parent should do with a child. He's like, I don't understand. And then this line. This came so out of left field. I died. I can't believe she just straight out said it. She's like, yeah, that's a lot of that Christmas is the time of year when people are opening their wrists. He's like, wow, that's a cheery thought. She's like, it's true. And then she admits that she hates Christmas. And he's like, why did anybody hate Christmas? And she's just like, oh my God, I just told you. But anyway, she's like, people who don't like Thanksgiving or Christmas. She gets very upset. But Billy, because he's used to catering to the emotional needs of his king baby dad, he's like, oh, okay. Anger, and he recalibrates and is like, I'm sorry. Billy has been forced to learn emotional intelligence from his mother, who has to deal with his dad, and from him having to cater to his dad's feelings in a way. So then, in this really sweet way, I really do like Billy. He's like, would you like to go on a date? She's like, hell yeah. So he comes home to Gizmo, who has become a complete couched potato. He's watching TV, you know, like, he's got some bad habits already. So Billy, you're good with dogs, kind of, but not with whatever this is. But every kid in America should have one. Okay. Now all these other dudes are like, bah! Want food. They've already sabotaged the whole clock so that they can trick Billy into feeding them. So Billy gives them all this. This is too much food. Those things are small. He gives them this whole plate of chicken. By the way, your mom probably had plans for that. Didn't even bother asking her. So he gives them this chicken. These are not like Gizmo. And then he offers some to Gizmo. Thank God Gizmo is smart enough to be like, no. Okay, so surprise, surprise. Mom and Billy wake up to this nasty stuff in the attic that Billy lives in because his dad is a hoarder. And Mom knows to ask, did you break the rules, buddy? Did you feed him after midnight like you were told not to? And Billy's like, I don't understand. Like, bro, who do you think did that? He tricked you. So then they go back to the teacher. I still can't figure this out. Billy, are you in school? Or is this your weird friendship with this kid? Is this his teacher? Pretty sure this is his teacher, but not your teacher, because y'all do not seem the same age. Anyway, Billy had asked his teacher to do some tests on this Mogwai. And then, of course, the Mogwai got a hold of his food. And then the Goonies kid is like, what happened? The teacher's like, he's going through some changes, like a metamorphosis. He goes, yeah, like my mom? No, that's different. Like, this was such an out of left field joke. But, a good one. This movie is so random, y'all. Okay, so while Dad is at a convention realizing he is out of his league and sucks, and Billy is at work dealing with this lady again who wants to kill his dog, the teacher is getting unalived by that gremlin. Interesting choice, by the way. Only 2 people die that I know of. The first one is the black teacher. The second one is the evil lady. Why did y'all kill him? This is what they do to the only man in this movie who does not suck. And after him, it's her. Comment for the next part.